Hello everyone and welcome back to Stationeers. Okay, let's try to finish up the construction of the oxygen filtration system. For that one we will need a lot of piping, so pipes insulated please, let's go for, I don't know, 40. Although that might be overkill, maybe start with one stack and let's see how far that one gets us. Now, in the meantime, we can use uninsulated piping to hook some stuff up, so if you don't mind, I will reclaim this one, so we can color these white and you can go back, there we go. So, yeah, this one should be white. So let's just turn this one into a white T-junction. We will have an inline tank there. The unfiltered output will go back into the base atmosphere basically, so I suppose you can go this way maybe. That should be fine. Although I suppose if we install a volume pump, that will ensure that the output is always kept at minimum, so the throughput will be increased a little bit, but I think the input will be more than enough to offset the inefficiencies on the output, so I think that's going to be fine. Okay, now we need this one. I will pick up a piece of white piping so we can color the ones that are coming out of the printer right now. So there you are, just merge with that one. You can go here if in case we need to recolor the current stack, also level 5 please. So this one will hook in right here. Right. So this is now hooked up to the tank outside. Good. Okay, I suppose we might as well... Oh, we need to print out a bunch of cabling. Okay, first. I don't know. Everything should be in here, right? Okay, you start giving us a bunch of cabling. Let's just go for, I don't know, 2 stacks, sure, 100. But give us enough cabling to get started, so let's say, yeah, 4 of them. Also, once again, level... Ow. Okay, that's not good. Quick, fix. I changed direction on the elevator and that slammed us into the floor. Not good, but oh well. So, we just need, I believe, 2 cabling to finish up this one. So, there. That's done. It is already white, so that's great. Yeah, we might want to print out another suit at this point. It is now 31% damaged. Not good. Anyways, so that's fine. Yeah, now we just need the monitoring station and that's it. Right. Also, I'm tempted to move the gas sensor, but you know what? I don't think we are using this window for a lot, so it is okay. Okay, give us a couple of inline tanks. I suppose 2 will be enough. Also, this is level 3, we need level 2. Yeah, a single double inline tank will do, I think. Let me see. That one doesn't have to be insulated, so utility kit, this one, yeah, give us 2 of these, also 2 of those. What else? I think that's it. Oh right, pipe analyzer. Almost forgot. So we need electrum and gold, right? Forgot. So those are the two inline tanks, or double inline tank. Now we need an analyzer. Yeah. Electrum and gold, also one. After that, I think we are good to go. Right, install this one first. Yeah, color everything white. Oh, right, and before I forget, what do we need for nuclear battery? Steel Inconel Astraloy. Might as well print them out now. So, steel, let me see, Astraloy and Inconel. We should have enough, right? Astraloy, okay, we can print out 3 of them, but we only really need 1, so it's fine. So maybe give us 2. Yeah, give us 2 just in case, it's fine. We will have 1 in the old base and 1 in the new base. So that's going to be great, and in the meantime, let's install the pipe stuff. So a double inline tank goes right here, so we can increase the throughput. That will do. This one will be venting inwards, and yeah, that's about it. Now we just need the pipe analyzer. You can go right here, basically. That will do. Turn on, and now we can hook up everything. And the cabling should be good to go at this point. We only have 2, but the rest should be up here. So this stack will go in the cupboard, but this one we will use in a second. By the way, you are halfway done. Oh geez, I forgot how long these are printing. Anyways, right, we need to keep everything on this cable network. Don't mix this one with this one. That would not be healthy for the networks. Okay, so we are reading the base atmosphere through the actual ventilation system, so it is as accurate as we can expect it to be. That's great. By the way, ooh, it is midday and the black hole is pretty low on the horizon. I just noticed. That means that summertime is well on its way. It is now day 881, yeah. I suspect maybe the next peak summer will be day 240 or something like that. I guess we'll see. But for now, that will do. And yeah, now we just need to sort out the code and that's it. Okay, first, we will need... let's take care of the filters first. I know about the thirst. Give me a second, please. So we will need constant 10 and silver, I believe, and iron. Right? Did I put all the iron in here? No. Where is the... Oh, it's in here. Okay, never mind. So give me oxygen, medium, these guys, 2 of them. Wait. Okay. I mean, these are small oxygen filters. Let's use these up before we use the big ones. So there and there, and now we just need a chip and that should do it. Okay, I mean, technically speaking, okay, I will set this one up first without a monitoring station. In between episodes, I will try to take care of that one, but for now, I will do it as basic as possible. So after this one, it is almost finished, lovely. You come with us and you come with us. After that, can you please give me an IC10 chip? So for this one we need gold, electrum, solder. Solder, electrum, and steel. Oh wait, gold. Okay, one of these will do just fine. One, thank you. You come with us, and before we starve and die of thirst, let's go to the old base, take care of those, and we can come back. Okay, so this nuclear battery is not charging, and I will put the full one into the tablet, so there we go. Hopefully that will keep it going for a very long time. And I will vent off the waste, pick up the oxygen, and we can strip down. But before that, let's switch out the battery too. Now we can strip down, and yeah, I am very much tempted to pick up a new suit at this point because this one is too damaged. Anyways, the rocket is 88. Yeah, I think it will be done fairly soon. Okay, eat and drink. French fries. And we can go for the next batch of French fries, I suppose. Okay, we have 2 French fries and we have still plenty of oil. Good. And yeah, let's just eat as much as we can, drink as much as we can, and we can go back. Okay, so how are we doing? Are we done with the basically everything? So you can come with us. As far as I can tell, this one is good to go. Okay, I will try to... Wait. First, color the chip white. All the other chips are color-coded, so might as well keep the tradition alive. There we go. This one will go into the oxygen filtering, that's expected. And I will name everything based on the CO2, and eventually I will try to retrofit this code for the oxygen, but this system will be quite different from this one, so it will require some reworking, I think. Anyways, first copy the name of the CO2 tank. Yeah, CO2 tank, which means that this is O2 tank. And then we have that one. O2 tank overpressure regulator. And outside we are done. Alright, and I really should extend the chimney, I think. Better do it soon before I forget. Anyways, that is the O2 underscore filtration. This is the O2 underscore intake vent. This is the base gas analyzer. And that's all the stuff that we need right now. Okay, before we get started on the code, I will quickly go outside and extend the chimney. We are nowhere near the point where we will need to worry about it, but you know what? Might as well start on a good footing on this. I don't want to, risk forgetting it and, I mean, technically speaking, this should be long enough. But I will feel better if it is a bit longer. So let's just have 2 lengths of 10 long pipes. Yeah. It does look a bit silly, but for safety, I think it is quite necessary. So there's the end of it. Now, technically speaking, I don't think that the amount of oxygen generation will be enough to ignite. Basically, we will have such a small trickle of oxygen happening from the base, from the plants, that the amount of oxygen that we will slowly put out into the atmosphere, I don't think that's going to be big enough volumes that it would be in danger of igniting, but still better safe than sorry. I suppose at some point I might make it go all the way up and maybe we can vent it off that way, but for now this will do. If I don't like the look of it for a long time, I will change it. Okay then, so we can go up, and I suppose we might as well just get started on the code. Right, we don't need to attach any kind of device directly on the device pins, I think. We can read everything through names. Yeah, I think so. Okay then, so first things first, laptop out, chip goes in, it should be empty, yes it is, edit, and pause. Right, so let's just start and I will deal with the code aliases later. Yield, and then first things first, we want to load the oxygen ratio from the base, I suppose. So right, we need to have the gas analyzer, this one. So load batch name into R0 from this hash code with the hash name of what was that? Base gas analyzer, I believe. Confirm, double check. Yeah, base gas analyzer. So that's fine. Load the ratio oxygen, I believe. Yeah, sum. And set greater than. Yeah, at this point we can override R0. So if R0 is greater than, since we only have half an atmosphere of pressure in the base, I believe we need to have around 40-ish% of oxygen to be breathable. So let's say above 40% or 50, have a bit of extra. Yeah, that's a bit of extra. So 0.50. Technically 0.5, but whatever. So if the base atmosphere is at least 50% oxygen, then R0 will be set to 1, and that will operate the vent. Right, so set batch name. We need the active vent, so active vent. This guy, no, then not the kit, but the actual device. This one, device hash, and we need O2 underscore intake vent. So hash, and we need the O2 underscore intake vent. Yeah, I suppose have an underscore here too, which means we need to name it correctly. So this one is now this one. Good. Okay, also we need to set a limit on this. At 50 megapascals it will start creaking. I don't want that. So first things first, this will set the on to R0, and before we start the actual code, set the, also this is hash there, set the, let me take a guess, pressure internal I think so. Double check, make it extra sure. So pressure external, that is the external safety, pressure internal is the internal safety. Good. Okay, set that one to 40 megapascals. We will not really have any kind of gases that are in danger of condensing out at base temperature, so this one should be fine. Let's take a look. So if I override the code, you go in and I enable the code by turning on the filtration. It is now set to 40 megapascals, so it's working. Good. Okay, you can come out and continue. Okay, after this one, we can load... okay, technically speaking, we can have a base device, so here we can have an alias for... oh, no, just filtration is fine. Filtration db. So load into R0 from the device the pressure input. If it is greater than 0, then you can start venting in or start filtering. So set greater than 0. If R0 is greater than 0, set it to 1. But we do need to check the output. Yeah, we don't want to overpressurize the tank. So that's, yeah, we need to have the double check. So once again, load into R1. R1, the pressure output. Output 1 is the filtered, output 2 is the unfiltered. So set less than, if R1 is less than 40 megapascals, then we can filter, but we need both of these to be true. So and R2, if R0 and R1 are set to 1, R2 will be set to 1. If either of them are untrue, then R2 will be set to 0, and we can use that to set the filtrations mode to R2. Okay, that should do it. Okay, and one last check. Technically speaking, this should never overpressurize the storage tank outside, but the limit on the regulator is 40 megapascals. You know what? Set this one to 41 megapascals. So we will try to fill it up more, but we don't want to... Basically, we want to make sure that we are always filtering out the excess oxygen. If we stop at 40, it will eventually stop, which means we might generate more oxygen than we really should. So this one should fill up to 41, but the regulator outside will try to keep it at 40. So let me see, should we read it from the tank or from the output of the filtration? Doesn't matter, it's basically the same. I think a single tick of exchange should be acceptable. So yeah, load from the filtration the pressure output once again, which is R1, but here it has been overwritten, so we need to load again. Pressure output, if it is greater than 40 megapascals, so set greater than R1, yeah, 40 megapascals. If that is, so basically if we go above 40 megapascals, then we can turn on the regulator. This one is kind of important. So set batch name, we need the back pressure regulator, so back pressure regulator, this one. Device hash, we want to hash name confirm, we need to copy the name real quick. Copy this one into this one. So set the on to R1. Technically speaking, this one should be R2 because that will be the on-off. So there we go. Okay, and here we can jump to the start. So we will try to fill up the tank to 41 megapascals because we need to always skim off the excess oxygen. But we will never really reach it because once we reach the 40 megapascals, then the regulator will turn on. And I suppose we should set the regulator to 39.99, so it will try to go below 40, but you know what, it's fine. We can just set this one to this. So if we are a single kilopascal above the threshold of the regulator, it will shut off. Yeah, that will do. Okay, and now we just need to give names to the different registers. So we will have a alias base O2 ratio that will be R0. That one and that one, and we will need let's make R3 the on-off. So alias on off will be R3. So this one will go here because this is operating the intake vent. There we go, and here, 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 and here. That's good. And we still need two more. We need the input pressure and the output pressure. So alias, so input pressure is these are zeros right now, and the output pressures are the current are ones. Let's take a look. So yield, that's fine. Load into the base O2 ratio register from the gas analyzer the ratio oxygen. If it is above 0.5, basically 50%, set the on-off to 1 and use that to turn on the vent. It is already set to 40 megapascals, so that one should be safe. Right there, and then load into the input pressure register from the filtration the pressure input, and into the output pressure register from the filtration the pressure output. That is the filtered one, yes. If the input pressure is greater than 0 and if the output pressure is greater than less than 41 megapascals, if both of those are true, the on-off will be set to 1 and that will take the filtration out of idle mode. That's fine. And if we, after that, we load the output pressure once again from the output pressure of the filtration, that's fine. If it is above 40.001 megapascals, then on-off will be set to 1, and that will regulate whether or not the regulator is turned on or off. As far as I can tell, this one should work. I think this will do quite nicely. Okay, confirm. Export the code, and right now this one should be idling because the oxygen threshold is set too high. So you turn on, you are idling because there is nothing on the input. The output should be able to accept, but this is a double check. So there, and the oxygen ratio in the base is less than the threshold, so this one is not doing anything. But right now the oxygen is 13%, so let's give it a check. You turn off, set the threshold to 10%. So this one 10% now. This is just a test. Export the code, In you go. And now this one should turn on. Exactly. This will pressurize the intake to 40 megapascals. As soon as the base is no longer... Yeah, basically it drops below 10%. That will be fine. Also, it is jumping between 13 and 10%. Is it extracting it so fast, really? Is it because of the proximity of this one? If it is, then we might not want to have these vents all the way down here. I guess we will see. You know what? This one will do. It's fine. Ooh, and we have a storm incoming. Hopefully it's not a solar storm. By the way, we haven't had a solar storm since the big patch. Oh well. Anyways. Yeah, this one is working, and we should have oxygen there. Very good. Okay, it is working.
Incoming.
Just switch out the code back to the original. So you turn off. Edit, you can go back to 50% threshold. Confirm. Export, you can go back. And it is now all back to normal. Right. Okay, so this is a lot simpler setup than all these. Obviously, we are not going to vent off the excess into the atmosphere. We are not taking in anything from the outside. So retrofitting this code should be relatively simple. I guess we will see. Basically, we just need the monitoring station, that's all. Everything else is already set up. Okay then, so it is actually pretty much good to go at this point. Tell you what. Right now, the biggest obstacle we are facing is the lack of oxygen in the base. Tell you what, let's go up to level 7 or level 2, whatever, and we should have plenty of iron still. We have 500... It's not in here. Okay, where did I put the rest of the iron? Is it... There you are. Okay, so this is once again plenty of iron, so we could print out the next batch of planters. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah, clear out the area in front of the output. We don't want these to fly around. Okay, so hydroponics planters give us the usual 57. Okay, off you go. In the meantime, we have 3 liquid pipes. That's not going to be enough to hook up the next, although technically speaking it will be enough. Also, take the elevator, please. All we need to do is corner piece, corner piece, corner piece. That will hook it into the network, but only this row. So yeah, we need to print out a bunch of extra piping. Let's just get started with this, and we will continue once we are done with the planters. And by the way, these guys are already seeded, so we have plenty of stuff to replant right here. By the way, water-wise, let me see. We still have almost 20 liters of water.
Storm incoming.
I believe it was 20.3 or something, right? I think so. Okay, while the planters are printing, I will quickly go to the old base and take a look at the weather. I want to make sure that this is a regular storm. Basically, if the timer will run out after sunset, it should be safe. Let's take a look. So it is... Let me see. Okay, I think it will be after sundown, so it should be a regular ash storm. Yeah, I think it's going to be safe. Any troubles around here? Nope, everything looks okay. So I think this safety mechanism that we have introduced should be working now. Okay, let's go inside, eat, drink, take a look at the rocket and everything else, and after that I think we should be able to do the next batch of planting. Also, in the new base I suppose we can set up a gas tank refill station at this point. Anyways, that's the suit taken care of. We might as well take a shower. That will do. And jumpsuit goes back. Right, eat and drink. Good. And the rocket is 82%. And yes, I think this is pretty much okay at this point. Obviously, I have recorded this episode right after the last one, so I have not seen your comments regarding the coordinate about this map, so I still have no idea on how we can extract the coordinates from this map. I guess we will see. If we cannot extract the coordinates, then I suppose at this point we can basically look at an online map. If we cannot extract the coordinates from this map, then we have to somehow determine our location. And I suspect the only way of doing that would be to use an online map. I don't like it, but it will have to do. Anyways, we are good to go. Yeah, the black hole is pretty much going down now, so the storm will be an ash storm, I suspect. Okay, we can go back before the storm gets here. So the planters are good to go. Let me quickly pick these up. I suppose we don't need these pipes. This can go down. This can go down as well. We should have enough room for now. There we go. And we will need a couple of extra insulated liquid pipes. There we go. I believe we need, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-ish. So that one should be fine. Give us 10 just in case. Right. And now, if we are approaching summer months, that means that the black hole will be behind the horizon from time to time. We will get sunlight in those sections, and basically after it comes out from behind the mountain. Since the greenhouse is so high up, we might be okay. Basically, the old greenhouse was all the way down there. It was basically completely in shadow 90% of the time or something like that. But the base itself is a lot higher up, and the greenhouse is even higher than that, so I think it should be okay, but I guess we will see. Anyways, those are the pipes. Yeah, we don't have enough room. Let me just quickly put down the heavy cabling there, and we can pick up those now. I suspect that we will still encounter a little bit of shadow. So basically the mountain is very hard to see, but it is right over there. I suspect the black hole will be behind it from at least a little bit. So yeah, we still might need to install some grow lights. And by the way, these have seeded. Oh, and by the way, How is the nitrogen in the base? 4.5%.
Storm incoming.
I think it will be fine. Okay, let me quickly set up the piping and then we can place down the planters. Okay, with the network expanded, let's take a look at the water.
Storm
It is
incoming.
okay, 31-ish degrees. So we are not in danger of freezing it, so it's fine. Okay, and it is still 18.7 liters, so it's fine.
Storm
Okay,
incoming.
I think I will harvest the seeds from these, or I want to have as many of them fully grown as possible, so I want them to have the 2 ferns and the seeds as well. And the storm is here. I guess we can harvest half of this and then replant. Yeah, I think we can do this one. Okay, we have 3 extra ferns, but everything is planted now, apart from these, but I will leave a gap here for now. Yeah, let's take care of these as well. Okay, that is 45. I would like to have 1 full stack of soybean seeds. So 4 of them will go in there, and that leaves us with 1 extra, I believe. Yeah, 1 extra. I mean, 11. I suppose we can recycle it, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, I will plant 5 of them. We can recycle this seed into biomass along with the ferns, and these ones will be turned into oil, obviously. Okay. Now, the biggest problem is that we are running low on iron. Oh, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. Also, it is daytime now. Let me just take a look at the oxygen. So, it is 13.2. Well, it should be increasing quite fast now, or relatively speaking, obviously. Okay. At 50%, we should start filtering it off. Okay, I don't want to go out in a storm, so we might need to wait a little bit. Oh wait, how is the water generator doing, by the way? I haven't checked on it for a while. Obviously, it is out of oxygen, no surprises there, which means there is no combustion happening, good. And the base tank is 0 because we are filtering it into these pipes. And speaking of these pipes, it is... not bad, 16 liters. That will do. And let me just quickly put it into the lanterns. So that will be 6 extra liters, not bad. before we do so, let's check. So this is 18.6, not bad. Now 24.7. Okay, eventually I will try to pipe up the water, obviously, but that one can wait. Okay, is the storm about to finish? Please. Do we want to do anything before we go? Not really. I think this one will work quite nicely, so all we need to do is create the same monitoring station, and that will do. Right, I will go out into the storm now, it's fine. We should be able to find our way to the base quite easily. Okay, vent, drop, and we are good to go. Also, I forgot to check for a while, but it seems the base atmosphere is close to 100 kilopascals, so we should have 20% of oxygen in here. Yes, perfect. Okay, I will recycle the ferns and the single seed of soybeans. So this one and this one. This should give us 4 biomass exactly. And just, yeah, recycle it is fine. And the rest of this will be turned into oil. Okay, 45 milliliters of oil, that's great. Let's just eat and drink. We are still above 20 liters, but it did just turn on. Let me see. Okay, technically speaking below 20, but it's rounding up, so it's fine. The rocket is 70, this one is well on its way. Okay, I think we can go back. And I think at this point, I will leave you alone, it's fine, you can turn off. Yeah, I think we are 2 minutes away from the end of the episode, so tell you what. I think I will say goodbye here, and we will pick things up in the next episode. Yeah, sure. For now, all that is left to say is that thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, and maybe subscribe to the channel if you want. If you would like to support me a little bit more, you can do so by clicking the join button and becoming a channel member, which will give you an early and ad-free access to these videos. Once again, thank you for watching and thank you very much for your support. I will see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.